This video demonstrates the MAYDAY Training Tool for crew resource management training. The tool helps reduce instructor preparation and enhances the non-technical skills of pilots and cabin crew in an immersive, interactive, and innovative way. As a facilitator, you can create CRM training sessions easily and smoothly, and with little preparation. This is the facilitator overview. You can give your session a specific title, and if your agreement involves more scenarios, you can choose the preferred training scenario from the drop-down list. The scenarios revolve around different CRM topics. You must also choose your preferred decision-making tool. For this session, we select DODA. There are two communication tools available, NITS and NITSA. You can add more groups to the training session. We recommend a maximum of 4 groups per facilitator with 3 to 5 people in one group. Add the groups you like. Choose the number of players in each group. Player 1, 2, and 3 are default options. We can also incorporate crew positions or actual names. Well done! You have just prepared 3 hours of interactive CRM training in less than 2 minutes. On this page, you can view all of your games, each displaying a unique game code. The game code enables you to collect valuable data inputs for CBTA, EBT, and SMS from individual training sessions. MAYDAY takes the groups through different phases of a simulated flight, including reflection exercises where they must step out of the game and into reality. Ask the groups to enter the unique game code in the Group tab. The groups must choose their assigned group number to access the training platform. Let's play. The welcome page describes the purpose of the MAYDAY CRM training session and informs the groups about the first exercise where teamwork and communication come into play. They must agree which pilots and cabin crew members will be on board a simulated flight, like this example from Barcelona to Copenhagen. The purpose of this exercise is to create an understanding of attitude and behavior and the effect you may have on your environment and colleagues. The exercise is self-reflecting, allowing the groups to discuss and select desirable character traits, in the game and in real life. Choose the different characters by dragging and dropping them from the deck. The crew consists of a captain, a co-pilot, 1 senior cabin crew member, and 3 cabin crew members. Once they press confirm, their choices are locked. But no choice is without consequence. Every crew member has some positive and negative traits, which may affect the flight in terms of risk and the dirty dozen, a term which refers to the 12 most common causes of human error. Click on each crew member to discover the consequence. MAYDAY incorporates reflection exercises which allows the groups to step out of the game and into reality. The first reflection revolves around attitude and behavior, urging each group to reflect on personal issues, their own or others, which may affect the work environment, teamwork, and communication on board. The answers across all groups are visible to the whole class, enabling the facilitator to summarize the answers and encourage discussions in the classroom. The reflection serves as an excellent way of assessing the non-technical skills of the groups, sharing knowledge, and giving feedback. During the game, the crew can see their own scores and compare them to the other groups. The competitive element motivates the groups to make decisions with flight safety in mind. After all, CRM is all about reducing errors and ensuring safety and efficiency. Before the flight begins, the groups must perform a pre-flight briefing, using the information available. Similar to real life, the group members must share important information and align expectations for the flight. The pre-flight briefing provides details about the route, flight time, weather conditions, passenger information, technical issues, and potential hazards. The flight includes a ground phase revolving around check-in, pre-flight, and boarding, and 3 airborne phases which deal with issues in the air. Every phase presents the groups with at least 4 realistic dilemmas which must be resolved and discussed. In every phase, the groups have 4 resource tokens they can use to resolve the dilemmas. There is also a free default option on every card. The purpose of the 6 phases is to do hands-on, realistic CRM, enabling the groups to train and enhance their ability to work together, make decisions, communicate, exert leadership, and maintain and refine situational awareness. Safely and effectively. Each group must prioritize their resources and make decisions that consider the associated risk, inconvenience, and the dirty dozen while also keeping company standard operating procedures in mind. And remember, every choice has a consequence. Once the group presses confirm, their choices are locked. So make sure that everyone in the group agrees. In this example from the first phase, the group's decision reduced the risk but increased the inconvenience. These scores may go up and down as the game progresses. The question is, what is this group willing to do to ensure safety? In Phase 2, the pre-flight, the groups are presented with 4 new dilemmas, plus the 2 dilemmas that moved on from Round 1. but they still only have 4 resources. As the flight progresses, each group will be able to see all the threats they have accepted during the previous rounds. Threats which may turn critical later on. This group has accepted an unsealed first aid kit as well as an electrical malfunction, but they have also prioritized other important issues and thereby avoided other threats. Threats cannot be completely avoided during the flight. An important aspect of the training is not what they choose, but how they choose. The boarding phase has the same format as check-in and pre-flight. New dilemmas to solve by prioritizing the limited resources. During the game, the groups can keep track of their consequences. How much inconvenience have their decisions caused? Is the risk being kept to a minimum? Which dirty dozen are their decisions accumulating? And which threats have they accepted that may turn critical and pose a risk to flight safety? During the training, the facilitator can monitor and assess the performance of the groups in terms of their ability to work together as a team, make critical decisions, and prioritize safety. In the second reflection exercise, the groups must discuss and consider the threats they have accepted and chosen to not accept in the game and in real life, focusing on their own experiences with threat and error management. Once again, each group must share knowledge and fill out the questions together. Before the flight becomes airborne, the groups can compare their scores. The first airborne phase is cruise. This round takes the dilemmas up in the air. Once again, the groups must discuss and resolve new dilemmas while prioritizing safety with their allocated and limited resource cubes. As you can see, the threats keep piling up, increasing the risk of a critical event. When situations turn critical, they require more attention. This is the case for the couple whose discussion has escalated into a physical fight, as well as the father with the dehydrated baby. This may push this group to prioritize the threats and overlook other emerging dilemmas. But please remember that it is not the decision itself that is important. It is how the groups reach common ground, compromise, and work together that is the focal point of CRM. Turbulence is the final and most severe phase of this dilemma-filled flight from Barcelona to Copenhagen. During this phase, the groups will encounter a critical event that requires their full attention. The critical event may vary from group to group, depending on the choices and priorities they have made during the flight. The specific dilemma-turned-critical event lays the foundation for the next phase of the game, critical decision-making. In this case, DODA. In other words, the flight has built up to the moment where the groups must train and exercise effective decision-making and communication during emergencies. DODA, like foredeck, grade, and decide, is a decision-making tool used by flight crew and cabin crew to solve problems during emergencies and critical situations on board. The facilitator must choose the preferred tool when setting up the game. In this case, DODA stands for Diagnose, Options, Decision, Action, and Review. The groups must practice effective decision-making and their ability to fill out the DODA accurately, effectively, and with great detail. Once again, the facilitator can summarize the DODAs in class and highlight best practices for using decision-making tools. Next up, the NITS briefing. During every critical situation, it is important that the crew can brief each other effectively. The NITS is a practical briefing template which enables the crew to train and enhance the way they share information with each other during critical emergencies and high-pressure situations. A skill which is crucial to train in the classroom. Now it is time for the final reflection. The final reflection encourages the groups to discuss how critical information sharing and effective decision-making should be executed in real life. Training and enhancement of non-technical skills is a core element of CRM. Essentially, the ability to make safe decisions, work together as a team, communicate effectively, manage threats, and exert leadership constitute the foundation of a safe and efficient operation. The reflection also incorporates a safety survey module in which the groups are asked to prioritize 5 safety-critical topics. If your organization were to improve on these topics, how important would they be? 1 indicates a low priority, and 5 indicates a high priority. Finally, the groups are urged to provide feedback, suggestions, and examples of how the organization could improve safety-related issues and CRM. This feedback is incredibly valuable to management, fostering bottom-up input for CBTA, EBT, SMS, and continuous improvement. When frontline personnel are able to share organizational safety concerns and give feedback during the actual CRM training, it helps build trust and inspire more honest answers. The final results provide an overview of the group's accumulated dirty dozen, inconvenience, and risk based on their decisions throughout the simulated flight. Despite the competitive element, there are no winners or losers during training. Only those who prioritize flight safety both in the classroom and the cockpit and cabin are the real winners. We hope you enjoyed this short video demonstration of the MAYDAY CRM training tool. Thank you for watching, and remember, safety is not a game.